what were you doing before the war started?
I was in a mustard camp on a big property. Sheep was cattle, made the sheep. I was there when I should have been still going to school. I was 13 years and 4 months old when I went to work.
Then when the war came, did you volunteer?
I volunteered to go. I was put in the DIB, Down Infantry Battalion. I saw the first bomb land on Australian soil when Down was bombed on the 19th of February 1942. We're all right off from the playground, ready to go on a route march. The first thing the bomb ran around was the wharf in Darwin, where all the ships were tied up. Including the one that we went up to Darwin. There was high-level bombers. That was the first vessel to come over, and then followed by fighter bombers. We never ever found the full truth. A sea came over the news next day where 17 people were killed, and I don't know how many we must have raised a couple hundred or more out of the water. War pieces and people killed on ships and so forth. I read an article in the paper afterwards where there was somewhere about 380 people were killed that morning.
And do you think that's more like it?
That's more like it. Very close to the truth there, I think, yeah. They left the camp, but they never even fired a shot of that camp. All they were was knocking down post office that which they did, the wall, and on the left was the aerodrome.
What was the aftermath like?
Most of the people left now in whatever they could get out of the place. But I mean the civilian population too. I don't blame them either. Because, well, even now, now sit right on a prison or this sitting back for anybody that wants to take a straight. There was some got out on bicycles, some on horseback, some on motor cars. Well, I don't blame them for getting out either. The war was gone. There were 7 ships circling the harbour, see? They just sprung on everybody, all the Army, Air Force, everything else. Nobody was alerted and they were attacked coming. They just come out of the blue and just dropped the bombs on the harbour. Some of us were called into Darwin to help with the dead and wounded. Later on we were cut up into parties and some of us went to making the dead and wounded out of the harbour. And another poor warfare, of course, they were all taken into the one that was sunk into the Neptune. It split open, of course, the fuel full, of course, it's up the water, and the fuel quarter out, some of it down in the harbour, off the wharf, because the wharf was cut in half and on fire. They were dead and burnt to death. We were assigned to go to New Guinea. I went to Ghana, but I wasn't in the big Ghana camp playing when I landed.
What battalion were you with when you were in New Guinea?
19th Battalion.
Did you see much action over?
Oh, yeah. We did a similar patrol work there around Ghana.
So did you get wounded at any time?
I never got wounded, no, but some of my mates were wounded, and I think some of them were killed. Some of us were sent back from right across then to New Britain. We landed there, we went up the island. We went right up through Whitechapel, tall plantation where all the Australians were massacred in 1942, early 42. We found 17 skeletons all scattered all around the ground at Whitechapel. We knew they were Australians by the meat ticket. The meat ticket to the identification card. You wore very next. The grave mob couple got them. But we were told afterwards that the Japanese captured these mob of a part of the 2nd Battalion. They were 1 battalion defending the wall. That was more or less a suicide mission, wasn't it? Eh? And they captured these mobs with full companies on them, or what was left of the company. One of them been killed earlier, that was in the fighting, but they had nothing to do with them, and they didn't want to feed them, they didn't want to wait on them, so they shot them all. What a terrible waste of human life.
George, when you look back on the war now, do you think it was worth fighting it?
Well, by the God, look, when you look back on the war, I think that the best thing ever did, I don't want to be made a hero or anything like that, but I think if we had them, Japan would have overrun this country. There would have been any Australia, we'd have been a part of Japan. When I came back and got discharged from the army, I came straight back here to St. George. I came back here and I went scrub cutting for old Harry Kemp at our Moolabah station, just about 12 miles out of St. George. We were scrub cutting for old Harry Kemp for £5.10 a week, which was good money on that, £5.10 a week. After that, I gave it all away, I went shearing. And I was shearing right up till 1951. I came on the Longshore Campbell because I was going to get married. I married a girl from Wynnum, Dolly Hampshire, and I had 5 real good kids. I'm quite proud of my kids. I spent 29 years, I think, or 30 years on the Longshore Campbell. I finished up buying myself a tip truck because I knew that a lot of road work coming up in the next few years which there was.
How many grandchildren?
10.
And any great-grandchildren?
5.
When did you lose Dolly?
Well, she was killed by one of my brothers killed her here in St. George, 20-odd years ago now. 20-odd years ago. When she was killed, they gave me a job in town where I could be with the kids. Some of them were still going to school, and a couple of them were just starting jobs, only just kicking off, you know. One of my relations said to me, oh, well, why don't you put the kids in the house? I said, no one in the wide world will ever do that. You know, can't you put your kids in the house? Would that, is that right?
And did you ever remarry?
No, never, no. All the kids were great sportsmen. They trained well and they enjoyed it. And so did they. I followed them everywhere. I took them everywhere I could go, you know.
And have you enjoyed your retirement?
Well, most of it would have been better if I had my wife with me.